Friends, do you know? Even today, there exists a human community in Nepal that lives deep within the forest, does not settle permanently in one place, frequently relocates, does not practice farming, and survives by eating wild roots, fruits, and monkey meat. Yes, that community is the Raute, Nepal's last nomadic tribe. In a world racing toward modernity, the Rautes still live completely dependent on nature. They follow centuries old customs that many of us may have never even heard of. In this video, we will try to understand the Raute people, their unique customs and traditions, and their fascinating lifestyle. The Rautes are one of the few remaining nomadic tribes in the world. According to the 2078 BS census, their population was 566, but now only around 135 to 137 individuals remain. They primarily reside in the forests of Surkhet, Dailek, and Salland districts of Nepal. Their homes are temporary, built with tree branches, grass, and mud, only meant to last a few weeks. They do not engage in agriculture or raise livestock. While people in other parts of Nepal struggle for land and property, the Rautes choose not to be tied to any specific territory and instead cherish their traditional nomadic lifestyle. The men carve wooden utensils and go hunting for monkeys using handmade weapons and traps. The women gather wild roots, fruits, and greens from the forest and take care of household chores. Their community is led by a chief who represents them in any interaction with outsiders. The Rautes do not follow any organized religion. They believe in animism, the belief that natural elements like rivers, trees, and mountains have souls. They don't have specific places of worship or any written scriptures. Knowledge and traditions are passed down orally from one generation to the next. An unusual belief they hold is that if someone dies on the very first day after relocating, they must immediately abandon that place and move again. They believe that if they don't leave, the spirit of the deceased may bring misfortune. The Rautes celebrate Hindu festivals like Saune Sankranti, Dasai, Tihar, Chaite Dasai, and Mage Sankranti as their own. During these festivals, they prepare food, homemade liquor, and meat in advance. However, during the celebration period, they avoid interaction with outsiders and do not leave their settlements. They also halt hunting and woodwork completely. These festivals are celebrated with enthusiasm through traditional rituals, singing, dancing, and feasting. Rice, meat, and alcohol play a major role in these festivities. The Rautes do not trust formal education or modern healthcare. Children do not attend school. Instead, they learn by observing and experiencing, like how to hunt, identify edible and inedible wild mushrooms and plants, and other survival skills necessary for forest life. When they fall ill, they use herbs and plants found in the forest as natural medicine. However, to preserve their tradition and without disrupting their beliefs, the government of Nepal and some NGOs have begun conducting vaccination programs, health checkups, and literacy campaigns for the Raute community. Marriages in the Raute community are arranged, but marriages among close relatives is strictly forbidden. Child marriage, widow remarriage, polygamy, and intercaste marriage are completely prohibited. They strictly practice monogamy. However, if a wife dies, the man is allowed to remarry. The Rautes live in joint families and their society is patriarchal. While family decisions are made collectively, the eldest male is considered the head of the household. Still, women hold important roles, managing food supplies and preserving traditional knowledge. Today, the Raute way of life is under threat. Deforestation, climate change, and external influences have made it harder for them to find food and migrate freely. Younger Rautes are beginning to show interest in mobile phones, healthcare, education, and the outside world, while the elders fear these changes may lead to loss of identity. With more exposure to the outside world, some negative effects have also crept into the community. Excessive alcohol consumption has led to accidents and early deaths. Cases of sexual abuse by outsiders have also been reported. Occasionally, Rautes have been linked with the theft and other criminal activities. In today's race for development, most human activities go against the balance of nature. The Rautes are not just a community, they are a living example of how our ancestors once lived in harmony with nature. This is not just a story of existence, it is a story of identity and freedom. How did you find this glimpse into the Raute world? If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe for more such rare stories. Thank you.